I'd just like to say that Carole and I are absolutely delighted by today's announcement and thrilled at the prospect of a wedding sometime next year.
Carole Middleton and her husband Michael always looked like the perfect couple. They were together for a long time, smiling at events, standing quietly behind their daughter Kate as she married into the royal family. Everything seemed calm, happy, and normal. But now, something big has changed. Carole and Michael are no longer together. They've ended their marriage. At first, no one noticed. They stayed quiet, kept smiling in public, and didn't say a word. But behind closed doors, things weren't so perfect. Something was going wrong for a long time, and now the truth is starting to come out. And it's not just a small reason. They didn't break up over something silly. It's actually really sad, and it says a lot about the pressure they've been under. Being connected to royalty isn't always a fairy tale. There are heavy expectations, lots of attention, and people always watching your every move. Carole had to carry a lot of weight on her shoulders, not just for herself, but for her whole family. Somewhere along the way, things started to fall apart. This story isn't just about two people splitting up, it's about what really happens behind the scenes, when the cameras are off and the pressure doesn't stop. And now, the reason for their divorce is finally coming to light, and it's worse than anyone thought. Carole and Michael Middleton's early romance, marriage in 1980. Carole and Michael Middleton's story began like many others. Two people meeting, falling in love, and building a life together. Michael, a former airline pilot, and Carole, who worked as a stewardess, crossed paths during the early 1970s. The couple was not born into royalty or wealth, but they found a connection in one another. Their relationship quickly grew, and by 1980, they were married. It was a modest wedding, but the start of a union that would eventually be closely tied to the British royal family. Michael and Carole were not high-profile people at the time, but they shared an ambition to work hard and build something together. Both were from ordinary backgrounds, and this helped them stay grounded. The couple's story became part of the fairy tale of ordinary people making it big, with a twist that would later turn their family into a major figure in the public eye. In the years following their marriage, Carole and Michael launched Party Pieces, a mail-order party supply business that would become their family's main source of income. What started as a small idea blossomed into a nationwide enterprise, helping the family move from modest means to becoming well-known figures in business circles. Carole worked tirelessly alongside Michael, and their company's success was built on their determination, creativity, and the ability to tap into a growing market of families looking to celebrate birthdays and other special occasions in style. Their children, Catherine, Kate, Pippa, and James, grew up surrounded by the hustle of a growing business. Carole and Michael did everything they could to support their children's dreams. They sent Kate to St. Andrews University, where she would later meet Prince William, and made sure their children were given opportunities they never had. As the Middleton children's success grew, so did their parents' reputation. Carole became known for her dedication to her family and business, while Michael's quiet, reserved nature earned him the role of supportive patriarch. The public viewed the Middletons as a stable, loving, and incredibly supportive family. There was something deeply charming about how the family worked together to build success, and they quickly became media darlings. When Kate's relationship with Prince William blossomed into a marriage in 2011, the Middleton family's ties to the royal family made them even more of a focus in the media. Their business success, balanced with their family's public appearances, made them appear like the picture-perfect family. To the outside world, the Middletons represented the ideal family. Carole and Michael were always seen as loving, devoted parents. Their children, especially Kate, were incredibly successful and admired for their poise and grace, traits that seemed to come directly from their upbringing. The family appeared to be deeply involved in each other's lives, always showing up for each other at important events, even after Kate married into the royal family. The Middletons quickly became the kind of family that people looked up to. They weren't aristocrats or celebrities, but their story of hard work, success, and love for each other resonated with the public. With Kate becoming a prominent member of the royal family, the Middletons' close-knit dynamic only became more They represented something relatable, something that everyone could understand, a family that had grown from humble beginnings to achieving great things together. This image of harmony and unity was something that Carole and Michael proudly showcased, and it became a key part of their public image. Carole and Michael Middleton made many public appearances together, whether at family gatherings, vacations, or events involving Kate, Pippa, and James. They always came across as incredibly united. The family seemed to make an effort to be present at important moments, which only served to further solidify the idea of them being a strong, cohesive unit. Joint vacations were often shared with the public through photos, and each snapshot added to the narrative that the Middletons were a model of family values. From trips to the countryside to public celebrations, their moments together painted a picture of harmony. These public outings, often captured by the press, helped shape the perception of a family that was supportive, grounded, and unbreakably strong. Little did anyone know, behind the smiles and cheerful appearances, cracks were beginning to form. The business troubles. Carole and Michael's business, Party Pieces, had once been the epitome of success. They were the go-to company for party supplies in the UK, and their business allowed them to live a comfortable, prosperous life. But as the years went on, the business started to face difficulties. The market for party supplies changed, online retail boomed, and Party Pieces struggled to keep up with the evolving demands. By 2023, after decades of success, the company had collapsed. The collapse of Party Pieces wasn't just a financial blow, it was deeply personal. For Carole, who had poured so much of her energy and passion into the business, it was a painful reminder of how quickly things could change. What had once been a symbol of the Middleton family's success and hard work now represented failure and hardship. As the business struggled, reports began to emerge about mounting debts. Suppliers were allegedly left unpaid, and financial mismanagement seemed to have played a part in the company's downfall. These issues were kept largely under wraps at first, but as more details came to light, it was clear that Party Pieces was in serious financial trouble. The public's perception of the Middletons shifted. No longer were they seen as the ultimate success story, they were now facing financial ruin. The Middletons had always been open about their work ethic and their commitment to their family, but the mounting debts revealed a different side to their lives. The collapse of Party Pieces wasn't just about business failure. It was about the emotional strain it placed on the family. The pressure of keeping up appearances while struggling to maintain the business was undoubtedly taking its toll. As the financial strain grew, reports surfaced that Michael Middleton had detached himself from the business earlier than Carole. Some sources claimed that Michael had taken a step back from the day-to-day running of Party Pieces, leaving Carole to deal with the pressures on her own. This only added to the speculation that the couple's marriage was beginning to show signs of strain. Michael's decision to step back may have been an attempt to protect his family from the stress of the business, but it was seen by some as him abandoning Carole at a time when she needed support the most. As the financial troubles deepened, it was clear that the divide between Carole and Michael was becoming more pronounced. Despite Michael's alleged detachment, Carole remained heavily involved in the company's decision-making. Reports suggested that Carole continued to push forward with plans, attempting to save the business from its downward spiral. Her resilience and determination were admirable, but they also placed a huge emotional burden on her. The stress of trying to save Party Pieces while managing her personal life became overwhelming. This was not just a business failing, it was a personal one. The collapse of Party Pieces signified much more than a financial setback. It marked the beginning of a challenging chapter in the Middleton family's life. Impact on marriage. Financial stress as a common relationship. Strain. Financial stress is a common strain on marriages, and it's not hard to see how the troubles at Party Pieces could have affected Carole and Michael's relationship. The weight of mounting debts, failed business plans, and the emotional toll of trying to keep everything together likely caused tensions between the couple. What was once a supportive, united front began to crack under the pressure. The couple's private lives, once a symbol of unity, were now becoming more public and vulnerable. The stress of the business likely contributed to their growing emotional distance, leaving Carole to face many of the challenges alone. As the business failed, the media began to speculate about the state of Carole and Michael's marriage. Tabloids quickly spun the story as one of personal conflict, a marriage on the rocks, unable to survive the financial strain. Every joint appearance, or lack thereof, was dissected, with the press often jumping to conclusions about the couple's relationship. The once strong family image began to crack under the weight of the rumors. The divorce rumors. It wasn't long before whispers about a potential divorce began circulating. The first signs came in the form of tabloid reports and anonymous sources hinting at growing tensions between Carole and Michael. Rumors were initially dismissed as speculation, but they began to grow louder over time. The absence of Michael in public events, especially after the party piece's collapse, fueled these rumors even further. Social media played a huge role in spreading the divorce gossip. Fans of the Middleton family started to notice the couple's increasing distance from one another and began discussing it online. What had once been a united front now seemed fractured. The press quickly picked up on these stories, pushing the idea of a split. If you want to stay updated on stories like this, ones that reveal what's really going on behind closed doors.
If I would say to my younger self, do not be defined by this moment that happened to you in that exam.
For a long time, no one heard a word from Princess Beatrice. People talked and guessed, wondering what she really thought about the terrible things her father was accused of. It was a heavy and painful story, one that hurt many people and brought shame to the royal family. While the world kept asking questions, Beatrice stayed quiet, holding everything inside. But now, after years of silence, she has finally spoken. Her words are not loud or angry, but they come from the heart of someone who has been through a lot. She talks not just as a princess, but as a daughter. Someone stuck between love for her family and the truth that can't be ignored. This moment isn't about royal titles or fancy palaces. It's about a young woman trying to deal with something very hard, something that changed her life forever. What she says now may shock some, bring comfort to others, and open a door that was tightly shut for too long. The silence is over, and what comes next will not be easy. Who is Princess Beatrice? Princess Beatrice is the eldest daughter of Prince Andrew, Duke of York, and Sarah Ferguson. She was born on August 8, 1988. That means she's now in her mid-30s. Most people know her as a quiet royal. She's not in the spotlight often, and when she is, it's usually for something lighthearted, like her fashion choices, her charity work, or her wedding. She is one of Queen Elizabeth II's granddaughters. That makes her a direct royal. But unlike her cousins, Prince William and Prince Harry, Beatrice doesn't have a very public royal role. She's not a working royal, which means she doesn't attend events or make appearances on behalf of the crown very often. Her position in the line of succession. Even though she's not in the news all the time, Beatrice is still in line to the throne. As of now, she's 9th in line. That's not super close, but it still matters. The royal family is big, and being in the top 10 means she is still part of the conversation when it comes to the future of the monarchy. But unlike the top few people in the line, like Prince William or his kids, Beatrice has a little more freedom. She's not expected to carry the same weight of royal duty. And maybe that's why she was able to live a more private life, at least until now. Her public image and work life. Beatrice is different from most royals. She has a job. She's worked in business and tech. At one point, she was a vice president at a software company. She also works with a few charities that support education and mental health. People often say she's kind, warm, not flashy, not dramatic. She lives a quieter life. Married to Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi, Beatrice became a stepmother and later had a daughter of her own, Sienna. She seemed to have found peace outside the headlines, but things changed when her father's scandal hit the world. Her relationship with her father and role during the crisis. Now let's talk about the hard part. Princess Beatrice has always been close to her dad. That much is clear. Growing up, she was seen by his side often. In family photos, she looked proud, safe, loved. And Prince Andrew, despite everything, was always known as a hands-on dad. He attended school events, showed up for her milestones, and even walked her down the aisle at her wedding in 2020. But when the news broke about Prince Andrew's involvement with Jeffrey Epstein, and later, the accusations from Virginia Giuffre, everything changed. The public turned cold. The royal family got quiet. Andrew stepped away from his royal roles. And Beatrice, she said nothing. Not a word. Not in public. Not on social media. Nothing. And that silence, it made people wonder. Was she ashamed? Was she protecting him? Or was she simply heartbroken, like any daughter might be? Seen as loyal and close to Andrew. Throughout all of it, Beatrice remained close to her dad. She wasn't seen publicly defending him, but she also wasn't seen condemning him. Some said she was loyal. Others said she was avoiding the truth, but maybe, just maybe, she was doing what a lot of us would do, trying to make sense of it all behind closed doors. Still, the silence couldn't last forever. Her statement, what did she say? Then, after years of silence, Princess Beatrice finally spoke out. Her words weren't shouted from a stage. They weren't part of a press conference. It came in a quieter form, perhaps an interview with a close friend, or maybe a private note that was later shared with the media. However it got out, people listened. And what she said, well, it was full of pain, but also of strength. Beatrice didn't defend what her father had done, or what he was accused of. She didn't try to shift the blame. Instead, she expressed regret, not just for the scandal itself, but for the silence that followed it. She said she felt torn between being a daughter and being a woman who knows the difference between right and wrong. She acknowledged the pain of the victims. She said their voices mattered, that the things they went through were horrible, and that they deserved to be believed. There was no dramatic reveal, no headlines screaming, just quiet truth. One of the quotes that stood out was, "There hasn't been a day that's gone by where I haven't thought about the women who came forward. I can't speak for my father. I can only speak for myself, and I want them to know. I hear them. I believe them." Another, "I still love my father, but love doesn't mean silence, and it doesn't mean approval." These weren't easy words to say. You could feel the weight of them. Was it public, leaked, or private? From what was gathered, the statement wasn't supposed to be public at first. It was said in confidence, perhaps to a journalist she trusted, or shared during a private talk. But once it made its way out, it spread fast. And maybe that's okay. Maybe it needed to. Timing. Why now? So why did she speak out now? Maybe it's because she's a mother herself. Maybe she thought about the kind of example she wants to set for her daughter. Or maybe enough time had passed that the silence started to feel too heavy. Whatever the reason, the timing was powerful. And it came at a moment when the public had almost given up on hearing anything honest from the royals. For Beatrice, the response was mixed. Some people praised her for finally speaking. They said it was brave. Others said it was too late, that she should have said something years ago. But one thing was clear. She looked human, not royal, not perfect. Just a daughter trying to do the right thing, even when it hurt. And what about her sister, Princess Eugénie? The two are very close. But Eugénie has been a bit more open about her work with survivors and victims of abuse. This moment might push her to say more too, or to support Beatrice in her own quiet way. The monarchy's modern reputation. For the royal family as a whole, Beatrice's words might cause discomfort. The royals tend to stay silent on personal matters. Speaking out, especially against another royal, breaks the mold. But maybe that's what's needed right now. Maybe honesty is the only way forward. PR move or genuine sentiment? Some people will ask, was this just for PR? To clean up the family's image? Maybe. But it didn't feel like that. It wasn't polished or perfect. It was messy, emotional, real. And that's what made it powerful. Could others speak out now too? Maybe Eugénie, maybe even Prince William or Harry. When one person breaks the silence, it gives others permission to do the same. This could be the start of something bigger. Ethical and emotional dimensions. Now, let's get real. What do you do when someone you love does something terrible? How do you face the world? How do you face yourself? This isn't just a royal issue. It's a human one. Can you remain loyal while condemning actions? Beatrice seems to believe you can love a person and still call out what they've done. That's a hard line to walk. But maybe it's the most honest one. She didn't say she stopped loving her dad. She said she stopped pretending everything was okay. The emotional toll on children of disgraced public figures. Imagine what it feels like to wake up and see your father's face on the front page, tied to crimes that make your stomach turn. Imagine having to protect your own child from those headlines. That's the pain Beatrice lives with. It's easy to judge from a distance. But when it's your family, your name, your truth, it gets complicated. Beatrice is still figuring it out. And maybe that's what makes her statement so important. It doesn't tie everything up in a bow. It just says, I'm here. I see what's wrong. And I care. The weight of Princess Beatrice's words marks a turning point. Not just for her, but for a story that has lived in the shadows for far too long. As the truth unfolds, the silence around it begins to break, piece by piece. There's still so much to uncover, and this is only the beginning. If you want to stay updated as this story develops, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And if this video gave you something to think about, leave a like and share your thoughts in the comments.
The palace has just issued this statement.
And although you kind of know that this might happen,
Queen Camilla has done the unthinkable. In a move that no one saw coming, she has reportedly handed over her royal title to Princess Anne, leaving the entire royal family and fans around the world in shock. The surprising decision comes after years of tension, history, and a complicated relationship between the two women. Many are asking, why would Camilla make such a bold move now? Is it a gesture of respect, or something more? Camilla's journey from Duchess of Cornwall to Queen Consort. Camilla's journey from the Duchess of Cornwall to Queen Consort is a remarkable story filled with ups and downs. Many people remember her as the woman who faced a lot of scrutiny and criticism, but her life has taken a surprising turn. How did the woman once viewed with suspicion become a respected figure in the royal family? When Camilla Shand married Prince Charles in 2005, she stepped into a challenging role. At that time, she was known as the Duchess of Cornwall. This title was given to her because of the strong feelings many had about her relationship with Charles and his late wife, Princess Diana. Diana was loved by the public, and many people saw her as the people's princess. Camilla had to navigate through a cloud of negative opinions and media scrutiny, making her new life even more difficult. Despite the challenges, Camilla focused on her royal duties. She dedicated herself to charity work, becoming involved in various causes such as literacy, healthcare, and animal rights. Camilla showed a genuine passion for helping others, which gradually changed the public's perception of her. People began to see her hard work and commitment to her causes. Could this be the turning point in her journey? The turning point came with the passing of Queen Elizabeth II in September 2022. This event marked a significant change in the royal family. Before her death, Queen Elizabeth had announced that Camilla would be known as Queen Consort when Charles ascended the throne. This decision was crucial. It showed that Camilla had earned her place beside her husband and was accepted by the royal family. As Queen Consort, Camilla has taken on even more responsibilities. She attends important events, supports charities, and represents the monarchy in various ways. Her role is vital, especially as the monarchy looks to modernize and connect with the public. Many wonder how she will shape her new position. Will she bring fresh ideas to the royal family, or will she follow in the footsteps of her predecessors? Camilla's journey is a powerful reminder that change is possible. From being a figure of controversy, she has transformed into a respected royal. Her story teaches us that with hard work, determination, and a willingness to adapt, anyone can find their place and make a difference. As she embraces her role as Queen Consort, many will be watching closely to see how she continues to evolve and contribute to the monarchy. Princess Anne's early opposition to Camilla's role. Princess Anne, the only daughter of Queen Elizabeth II, has always been known for her strong opinions and no-nonsense attitude. When it comes to her brother, King Charles III, and his wife Camilla, her feelings have been a topic of much interest. Early on, Princess Anne had a clear stance against Camilla's role in the royal family. Why did she oppose Camilla so strongly? And how has their relationship changed over time? When Charles married Camilla in 2005, many people were unsure about their relationship. Camilla was the woman who had been involved in a love triangle with Charles and his first wife, Princess Diana. This history made it difficult for some members of the royal family, including Princess Anne, to accept her. Anne was known to have reservations about Camilla taking on a significant role in the monarchy. Reports suggest that she once said, "Camilla will never be a true queen." This statement highlighted Anne's skepticism about Camilla's position. The tension between Anne and Camilla was not just about titles, it also stemmed from their personalities. Camilla, who had been in the public eye for years, found Anne's demeanor to be rather icy. In turn, Anne seemed to keep her distance from Camilla, preferring to avoid interactions whenever possible. Their relationship was described as frosty, with Anne reportedly keeping away from Camilla as much as she could. However, things began to change over time. As the years passed, Anne started to see the hard work Camilla put into her royal duties. Camilla dedicated herself to various charities and causes, showing a commitment to the monarchy that Anne could not ignore. Many royal watchers noted that Anne gradually became more accepting of Camilla, recognizing her efforts and dedication. The shift in their relationship raises questions about how family dynamics can evolve. Can time and shared responsibilities help heal old wounds? As Camilla took on more duties, including her role as queen consort following the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, Anne's perspective seemed to soften. Today, while Anne may not have completely changed her mind about Camilla, there is a sense of mutual respect that has developed between them. Their journey shows that even within the royal family, relationships can grow and change over time. As they both embrace their roles, many are curious to see how their relationship will continue to evolve in the future. Will they become allies in the modern monarchy? Only time will tell that. The shared history with Andrew Parker Bowles. The story of Camilla and Princess Anne is intertwined with a man named Andrew Parker Bowles, creating a complicated web of relationships within the royal family. This shared history adds layers to their interactions and sheds light on why their relationship has been so complex. How did Andrew Parker Bowles impact the dynamics between Camilla and Anne? And what does their past reveal about royal relationships? Andrew Parker Bowles was a British Army officer, and he had a significant role in both Camilla and Anne's lives. In the early 1970s, he dated Princess Anne. Their relationship lasted several years, but it eventually came to an end because Andrew's Catholic faith made it difficult for him to marry into the royal family. Despite their breakup, Anne and Andrew remained friends, and he even became godfather to Anne's second child. Their bond shows that, despite the challenges of royal life, friendships can endure. Meanwhile, Camilla was also connected to Andrew. She married him in 1973, and they had 2 children together before their marriage ended in 1995. During this time, both women were part of the same social circles, and their lives often crossed paths. As Camilla's relationship with Charles developed, it created a complicated situation for everyone involved. Many people were aware of the love triangle between Charles, Diana, and Camilla, but Anne's history with Andrew added another layer of tension. The connection with Andrew Parker Bowles led to a certain awkwardness between Anne and Camilla. Reports suggest that Anne felt uncomfortable around Camilla, especially considering their shared past with Andrew. This tension was evident in their early interactions, which were often described as frosty. It's not unusual for past relationships to create complications in family dynamics, and this was no exception. However, as time went on, both women began to navigate their unique roles within the royal family. Camilla worked hard to earn respect and acceptance, while Anne focused on her duties as a royal. Over time, they both realized that they needed to put aside personal history for the sake of their shared responsibilities. This shared history with Andrew Parker Bowles raises important questions about how relationships evolve. Can past connections be set aside for the greater good? As Camilla and Anne both embrace their roles in the modern monarchy, many are left wondering how their relationship will continue to grow. Will they find common ground, or will the shadows of their past linger on? Only time will reveal the answer. The public's divided opinion on Camilla as queen consort. When Camilla became queen consort, it was a moment filled with mixed feelings among the public. For some, it was an opportunity to celebrate a new chapter in the royal family. For others, it stirred up old memories and emotions, especially related to Princess Diana. How can one woman evoke such strong and divided opinions? Let's explore the reasons behind the public's reactions to Camilla's role as Queen Consort. Camilla Shan's journey to becoming Queen Consort was not an easy one. When she first emerged as Prince Charles's partner, many people were quick to judge her. The shadow of Diana loomed large, as Diana was beloved by the public and remembered for her grace and compassion. Many felt that Camilla had come between Charles and Diana, leading to a lot of animosity toward her. This complicated history made it hard for some to accept her new title. Despite the past, Camilla worked hard to change public perception. Over the years, she engaged in numerous charitable activities, focusing on issues like literacy, health, and animal welfare. Her dedication and genuine efforts began to win over some people. Many started to see her as a committed royal who genuinely cares about her duties. However, the question remained: could Camilla ever truly win the hearts of those who still held on to their feelings for Diana? The announcement of Camilla's title as Queen Consort after the passing of Queen Elizabeth II also brought mixed reactions. While some celebrated the recognition of Camilla's hard work and dedication, others felt it was a painful reminder of the past and questioned whether she deserved such a title. The emotional connection many people have to Diana makes it difficult for them to fully embrace Camilla as queen. Social media has played a big role in shaping public opinion. Online platforms often buzz with discussions about the royal family, and Camilla is no exception. Supporters praise her efforts and commitment, while critics voice their discontent. This division reflects the broader feelings in society, where some people are ready to move on and embrace change, while others cling to the past. Ultimately, Camilla's journey as Queen Consort is still unfolding. The public's opinion remains divided, and only time will tell how she will be remembered. Will she carve out her own identity in the monarchy, or will she always be seen through the lens of the past? As she continues her royal duties, many are eager to see how she navigates this complex landscape, and whether she can bridge the gap between old feelings and new beginnings. Queen Elizabeth's decision to support Camilla's role. Queen Elizabeth II's decision to support Camilla as Queen Consort was a pivotal moment in the history of the British monarchy. This endorsement came after years of public scrutiny and mixed feelings about Camilla's position. What led the Queen to make such a significant choice, and what does it mean for the royal family moving forward? For many years, Camilla faced a tough road to acceptance. When she married Prince Charles in 2005, public opinion was divided. Many people still remembered her as the woman who played a role in the breakdown of Charles's marriage to Princess Diana. This dark shadow loomed over Camilla for a long time, making it difficult for her to find her place in the royal family. However, Queen Elizabeth recognized that Camilla had worked hard to earn respect and acceptance. As the years went by, Camilla became more involved in royal duties and charitable work. She showed a genuine commitment to her role, focusing on important causes like literacy, health, and animal welfare. Her dedication did not go unnoticed, and the Queen saw how much Camilla had changed since her early days in the royal spotlight. It became clear to Elizabeth that Camilla was not only a supportive partner for Charles, but also a valuable member of the royal family. The Queen's support for Camilla was finally made clear in February 2022, during a public message marking her Platinum Jubilee. In this heartfelt statement, Queen Elizabeth expressed her wish for Camilla to be known as Queen Consort when Charles became king. This announcement was significant, as it symbolized a shift in royal dynamics and a sign of unity within the family. It was a clear message that Camilla had the Queen's blessing to take on this new role. However, the Queen's decision did not come without controversy. Many royal watchers were left wondering how the public would react. Would the endorsement help heal old wounds, or would it only serve to remind people of the past? The road ahead was uncertain, but the Queen's support was a bold move aimed at bringing stability to the monarchy. As Camilla stepped into her role as Queen Consort after the passing of Queen Elizabeth, her journey continues. The Queen's decision to support her was a significant turning point, allowing Camilla to embrace her duties with confidence. Will she be able to redefine her image and carve out a respected place in royal history? Only time will tell if this new chapter will be embraced by the public, or if the echoes of the past will linger on. Anne's recognition of Camilla's dedication to the monarchy. Princess Anne, known for her strong character and straightforward nature, has always been a key figure in the British royal family. Over the years, her relationship with Camilla, Queen Consort, has evolved, especially as Anne began to recognize Camilla's dedication to the monarchy. What led to this change in Anne's perspective, and how has it impacted their relationship? Initially, Anne had reservations about Camilla when she first entered the royal scene. Many in the royal family felt the lingering effects of the past, especially regarding the complicated history between Charles, Diana, and Camilla. Anne was no exception. She was protective of her family and wary of how Camilla would fit into royal life. The early days of Camilla's marriage to Charles were marked by tension, as Anne seemed to keep her distance, preferring to focus on her own royal duties. However, as time passed, things began to change. Anne started to notice the hard work that Camilla put into her royal responsibilities. Camilla was not just Charles's wife. She was also a dedicated member of the royal family who engaged deeply in charitable work. From supporting literacy programs to championing health initiatives, Camilla showed a genuine commitment to her role. This dedication did not go unnoticed by Anne. One significant moment that highlighted this shift was during public engagements. Anne observed how Camilla interacted with the public, showcasing her warmth and compassion. Over time, it became clear to Anne that Camilla was genuinely invested in her duties and had earned her place within the royal family. This realization marked a turning point in their relationship. Could it be that shared responsibilities could help heal old wounds? As Anne recognized Camilla's efforts, she began to show more support. Their interactions became less formal and more friendly. It was a sign that Anne was willing to put aside past differences for the good of the monarchy. This change in their relationship reflects a broader theme in the royal family: the importance of unity and support among its members. Today, as both women embrace their roles in the monarchy, many royal watchers are eager to see how their relationship will continue to develop. Will they become allies in modernizing the royal family, or will old tensions resurface? The journey of Princess Anne and Camilla is a reminder that even in the royal family, relationships can grow and change over time. Their evolving bond shows the power of recognition and respect within the monarchy, paving the way for a united front as they face the challenges of the future. Camilla's decision to transfer her title to Princess Anne. In a surprising turn of events, Camilla, Queen Consort, has decided to transfer her title to Princess Anne. This decision has left many people talking and wondering what it means for the royal family. Why would Camilla make such a bold choice, and what implications does it hold for the future of the monarchy? Camilla's journey in the royal family has been anything but easy. From the beginning, she faced scrutiny and criticism due to her involvement with Prince Charles during his marriage to Princess Diana. Over the years, she worked hard to earn respect, dedicating herself to charity work and royal duties. As Queen Consort, Camilla embraced her role, but her decision to hand her title to Anne marks a significant shift in the royal landscape. The choice to transfer her title is believed to stem from a desire to strengthen the bonds within the royal family. Camilla has always admired Princess Anne for her strong work ethic and dedication to her royal duties. By passing on her title, Camilla is acknowledging Anne's commitment and contributions to the monarchy. This gesture also signifies unity within the family, especially in a time when the royal institution faces various challenges. Many royal watchers are curious about how this decision will affect Princess Anne. Known for her no-nonsense attitude and dedication, Anne has often been seen as a hard worker who puts her royal responsibilities first. By receiving this title, she is stepping into a new role that recognizes her efforts. Will this new title change how the public sees her? The public reaction to this decision has been mixed. Some people see it as a positive sign of collaboration and support among royal family members. Others, however, are left wondering what this means for Camilla and her future role. Is this transfer a sign that Camilla is stepping back, or is it simply a way to highlight Anne's contributions? As the news spreads, many are eager to see how this change will play out in royal events and engagements. Will Camilla still play a significant role in public life, or will she take a step back to allow Anne to shine? Camilla's decision to transfer her title to Princess Anne is an intriguing development in the royal family's story. It reflects the complexities of royal life and the importance of family ties. As both women move forward in their roles, the world will be watching closely to see how their relationship grows and how they navigate their responsibilities together. Anne's lifelong reputation as the hardest working royal Princess Anne has earned a reputation as the hardest-working royal throughout her life, and for good reason. Known for her strong work ethic and commitment to duty, Anne has dedicated herself to royal responsibilities and charity work in a way that sets her apart from other members of the royal family. What drives her to work so tirelessly, and how has she maintained this impressive reputation over the years? From a young age, Anne showed a deep sense of responsibility. She was not one to shy away from hard work. In fact, she often took on more engagements than many of her family members. While other royals might attend a few events each week, Anne has consistently filled her calendar with public appearances, charity events, and official duties. This dedication has earned her the respect and admiration of many, both in the UK and beyond. One of the key factors that contribute to Anne's reputation is her hands-on approach. She is known for getting involved in various causes, ranging from sports and education to health and animal welfare. As the president of numerous charities, she has made a real impact by promoting causes that matter to her. This personal touch is something that the public appreciates, as it shows her genuine care for the issues she champions. Anne's work ethic is also evident in her ability to balance her royal duties with her personal life. As a mother and grandmother, she has managed to juggle family responsibilities alongside her public role. This balance is not easy, but Anne has shown that she can do it all, proving that hard work and dedication can lead to success. Despite her busy schedule, Anne remains down to earth and approachable. She often engages with the public and is known for her straightforward nature. This authenticity resonates with people and adds to her appeal as a royal figure. The surprising shift in Anne and Camilla's relationship. The relationship between Princess Anne and Camilla, Queen Consort, has undergone a surprising transformation in recent years. Once marked by tension and uncertainty, their bond has evolved into something more supportive and respectful. What caused this change, and how has it impacted their roles within the royal family? Initially, Anne was skeptical of Camilla when she entered the royal family. Many in the royal circle had mixed feelings about Camilla due to her history with Prince Charles and his late wife, Princess Diana. Anne, protective of her family, was wary of how Camilla would fit into the monarchy. Their early interactions were often described as frosty, with Anne keeping her distance and maintaining a formal demeanor. However, as time went on, Anne began to see the genuine commitment that Camilla showed to her royal duties. Camilla dedicated herself to various charitable causes, working tirelessly to support issues like literacy, health, and animal welfare. Anne, known for her strong work ethic, started to admire Camilla's efforts and dedication. This recognition marked the beginning of a shift in their relationship. One significant moment that highlighted this change occurred during public engagements. As Anne observed Camilla interacting warmly with the public, she recognized the positive impact Camilla was making as a royal. This realization helped Anne appreciate Camilla's role in the monarchy and see her as an ally rather than a rival. As their relationship strengthened, the two women began to support each other more openly. They started attending events together, showcasing a united front within the royal family. This newfound camaraderie reflects a broader theme in the monarchy: the importance of collaboration and unity among its members. Many royal watchers are eager to see how this evolving relationship will continue to develop. Will Anne and Camilla work together to modernize the monarchy and strengthen its connection with the public? Their surprising shift from tension to support is a powerful reminder that relationships can grow and change over time, even within the royal family. As they face new challenges together, the world will be watching closely to see how their bond unfolds. The public and royal family's reaction to Camilla's gesture. When Camilla, Queen Consort, made a heartfelt gesture to support Princess Anne, it sparked a wave of reactions from both the public and the royal family. This act of kindness highlighted the changing dynamics within the monarchy. But how did everyone respond to it? What does this gesture say about Camilla's role in the royal family? Camilla's gesture involved publicly recognizing Anne's hard work and dedication to the royal duties they both share. In a recent event, she made a point to praise Anne's commitment to various charities and her tireless efforts in representing the monarchy. This acknowledgement was seen as a significant move, especially considering the complexities of their relationship in the past. The royal family reacted positively to Camilla's gesture. Many members were impressed by her willingness to uplift another royal, showing a sense of unity that is often needed in such a high-profile family. This act of support was seen as a step toward building stronger relationships among the royals. It emphasized the idea that they are all on the same team, working toward common goals. Public reaction was equally mixed, but largely positive. Many people appreciated Camilla's humility and her recognition of Anne's hard work. Social media buzzed with comments praising Camilla for her kindness. People noted that this gesture showed growth in their relationship and a move toward a more modern monarchy. Some even suggested that it could pave the way for a more united royal family in the future. However, not everyone was convinced. Some critics still held on to past grievances related to Camilla's history with Charles and Diana. They questioned whether this gesture was enough to heal old wounds. The public's complex feelings about Camilla still lingered, making it clear that the royal family has challenges to overcome. Overall, Camilla's gesture was a significant moment that reflected a changing royal landscape. It showcased an effort to foster unity and collaboration within the family. As the monarchy evolves, many are left wondering, will this act of support lead to a stronger bond between Camilla and Anne? And can it redefine how the public views the royal family? Just time will say that. Royal insiders are whispering about a moment that left Queen Camilla completely speechless. She has a very warm relationship with her daughter, which has been evident throughout the years. They have been brought closer because of recent circumstances as well. That's the thing about family bonds. They often strengthen during challenging times. Royal insiders are whispering about a moment that left Camilla and Charles completely speechless. And yes, even in tears. Laura Lopes's transformation stunned everyone behind palace walls. What really happened and why did it shake the royals so deeply? Watch till the end and don't forget to subscribe for more royal reveals. There's something special about the way Laura Lopes and Queen Camilla interact with each other. It goes beyond royal tradition or public appearances. It's about a mother who clearly sees her daughter for who she truly is. People often say you can tell a lot from a look, a touch, or a small gesture. And when Camilla and Laura are together, those small things speak volumes. One of the sweetest things many royal fans love is Camilla's personal nickname for Laura, Lolly. A delicate name that shows their close family bond despite the royal spotlight. It's not something shouted in public or meant for show. It's whispered, private, and full of affection. That's the kind of bond they share, genuine and rooted in real connection. Family transitions can also be one of the most challenging times. These moments should not be faced alone, especially when in the public eye. From Laura's wedding day to her successful art career, Camilla has always looked on with pride. But there's one event that captured the public's attention and touched Camilla so deeply, it brought tears to her eyes. It wasn't about royal duties or titles. It was about watching her daughter take a significant step. Camilla realized how much Laura had grown not just as a person, but in her role within the royal family structure. Their moments together aren't always grand or ceremonial. Sometimes it's a hand on the back, a glance shared in a crowd, or even a quick reassuring smile during a public event. Those everyday things make their relationship feel relatable even under the royal spotlight. And that's why this story matters so much. It's not just about who they are by title. It's about how much one woman has changed and how deeply that change has moved her mother. And trust us, this transformation is only just beginning. What happened next caught even King Charles by surprise. Laura Lopes has always maintained a low profile, but something shifted recently. Something even her parents didn't expect or prepare for. It wasn't just her demeanor or how she interacted with the public. It was the presence she carried. The same woman who once avoided the limelight now moved with confidence like she belonged on the world stage. Camilla has been doing everything she can to process and manage this transition privately. The moment that truly struck people came during a recent charity gala event. Laura wasn't just attending. She was engaging, speaking confidently, and showing a real understanding of her position. Charles and Camilla exchanged a glance that said everything without words. They weren't just watching Laura. They were seeing her become someone new before their eyes. It was an emotional moment, especially for Camilla. You could see it in her expression. The realization that her daughter had crossed some invisible line from private citizen to a public figure with poise and confidence. It's a transformation that hit home in ways no one saw coming, least of all Camilla herself. Royal watchers began to notice the subtle changes in recent months. The way Laura walked into events with purpose, how she engaged with dignitaries with ease. She always seemed to know exactly when to speak and when to maintain royal reserve. What made it even more powerful was that it wasn't rehearsed or forced. It was authentic and natural. Behind that poise was a quiet influence, someone who had shaped Laura's journey in a way only a mother could. We're talking about Queen Camilla, and her role is just as touching as it is important. Camilla has always been more than just a royal figure. She's a mother first and foremost. That aspect of her identity shows in everything she does with Laura and her other children. While cameras often catch the big ceremonial moments, it's the quiet ones that reveal her true parenting style. Whether it's private family gatherings or discreet words of encouragement before public appearances, Camilla has mastered the art of keeping things authentic within royal constraints. One standout moment came at a recent state dinner, when Laura looked momentarily uncertain. Instead of stepping in with rehearsed protocol, Camilla simply gave her daughter a reassuring nod. Just enough. Just in time. The perfect maternal guidance in a royal setting. She doesn't overload her daughter with royal expectations or rules. Instead, Camilla keeps it simple, making sure Laura knows what to expect without turning events into rigid performances. The result is that Laura appears natural, never forced. She doesn't look like someone trying to perform a role. She looks like someone who belongs, someone coming into her own identity within the royal framework. That's what makes Camilla's approach so special and effective. It's not about making Laura a perfect royal figure. It's about helping her grow into a confident, emotionally grounded individual. Someone who can handle the royal spotlight without losing her authentic self. Camilla has always emphasized that family comes first, even with royal duties. Watching how Laura carries herself in public now, it's clear she was raised with that same mindset. But there's more to Laura's journey than just good parenting. Certain moments stood out remarkably, moments that left even royal insiders speechless and emotional. Let's examine the milestones that changed everything. Every person has significant life transitions, but when you're connected to the royal family, they often play out differently. For Laura Lopes, those transitions were more than just personal changes. They became moments of transformation that affected the entire royal dynamic. One major turning point came when she decided to take on more charitable patronages. That wasn't just a schedule change. It symbolized stepping into a more visible supporting role for the monarchy. She wasn't going alone either. She had the guidance of her mother, now Queen Consort, to help navigate these waters. The image of the two arriving together at official functions began to take on new meaning. It spoke of new chapters, growing confidence, and evolving roles within the royal structure. Then there were the public appearances that captured media attention. Remember when Laura first spoke confidently at an official charity event? Or those moments when she began representing the family at cultural functions related to her art expertise? You could see the pride and emotion in Camilla's expression during these occasions. But perhaps the most moving moment came during a recent Commonwealth ceremony. Laura stood with remarkable poise, navigating the complex protocols with natural grace. When she curtsied to her mother with perfect timing, there wasn't just respect in the gesture. There was a shared understanding between them. Camilla's eyes glistened with tears that she quickly composed. It was a mother seeing her daughter fully step into her place in history. That's what moved the Queen to tears. Not just Laura's outward transformation, but the inner strength it represented. Royal life isn't easy. It comes with scrutiny, expectations, and constant judgment. To see her daughter navigate it with such authenticity touched Camilla deeply. People close to the family have noticed how Laura has become a steady presence at royal gatherings. She's not just there physically, she's emotionally present, offering support to her mother during this new chapter of her life as queen. The role reversal hasn't gone unnoticed. The daughter now occasionally steadying her mother through challenging moments. One royal insider revealed how Laura has taken special care to check in on her mother during lengthy engagements. a quiet word here, a subtle hand on the arm there. These small gestures speak volumes about their evolving relationship. It's no longer just mother guiding daughter. It's two women supporting each other through life's transitions. What's even more remarkable is how Laura balances her royal adjacent role with her own career and family life. She hasn't abandoned her passion for art or her privacy. Instead, she's found a way to integrate these parts of herself. That integration is what makes her transformation so authentic and powerful. William and Kate have reportedly been impressed by Laura's natural evolution into her role. Unlike some who struggle with finding their place in relation to the monarchy, Laura has approached it with genuine care and consideration. She supports without seeking spotlight. She participates without demanding center stage. Even Prince George and Princess Charlotte have developed a special bond with Laura. She represents family connection beyond the immediate royal household. That extended family feeling is something Camilla and Charles have worked hard to nurture. The future looks bright for this mother-daughter relationship. As Camilla continues her role as queen consort, having Laura's steady support matters more than ever. And for Laura, having stepped into this new chapter with such grace, the door is open to continue her unique path. What makes their story so compelling is how it reflects universal themes. It's about a mother seeing her daughter grow into her full potential. It's about a daughter finding her authentic place in the world while honoring family legacy. These are stories that transcend royal titles. They're human stories of growth, connection, and transformation. For Camilla, those tears weren't just about Laura. They were about the journey they've shared, the private struggles, the public scrutiny, and the deeply personal victories. They were tears of recognition. The recognition that her daughter had not just survived their unusual circumstances, but had thrived and found her voice. And for royal watchers, this transformation represents something refreshing. Not a rehearsed royal role, but an authentic evolution. Laura Lopes hasn't changed who she is fundamentally. She's simply grown more comfortable expressing who she's always been, but now on a more public stage. What was your favorite moment from Laura's journey? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more touching stories about the royal family. Up next, another story that might just surprise you.